Hello everyone, welcome to your reading. So I have a message today for you. As you have seen on the title, it says you need to hear this before the 23rd of November, which is very interesting. I wonder what it is. We're gonna start off with my tarot deck and then go into the oracle cards, but let's see. Let me shift you a little bit here. This is better. No, at least you can see the leaves a little bit, which are gonna be gone next week because I'm gonna start Christmas decorating after my birthday. Okay. Wow, we're starting off strong with the Death card. Huge transformation this week, which is very interesting. I just did a tarot reading for my Reiki channel where I do shadow work readings, and I give my subscribers every week a shadow work prompt according to their energy. Go check it out. And yeah, and the Three of Wands expansion. Oh my god, so like big transformations happening. Holy. Okay, so let's see what transformations is happening in my collective's life, because wow, to start off like that, the reading. Okay, we have the Hanged Man and the Ace of Wands. Okay, so there's some things gonna come forward this week where it's finally pushing you to let go, and once you let go, that transformation is gonna hit in. The Ace of Wands here can be inspiration and new beginnings. So you're gonna see something as soon as you let go. And I feel like there's some messages coming in. You know what, on my screen, I'm feeling very drawn to these tomatoes. I don't know why, it's like a short video. So I feel like it has to do with the color red, and also like the red peeking out there right now too, where it's just like, it could be tomatoes, it could be literally while you're grocery shopping, like you have that moment where you're just sowing your thoughts, where you really realize that the situation that you've been holding on or that person, which is very interesting that came through, where you realize, you know what, it's so not worth it anymore, and then you let it go, and then boom, something new comes in. But what exactly? That card was quick. We have the Seven of Wands and then the King of Wands. I think this is gonna be a love reading. Very interesting, because you being defensive now about like this new beginning, and then we have like the Empress here. So as soon, I think like you needed to release either a situation with an ex that happened, like something that hurt you a little bit and was still kind of happening. Oh my god, I just realized the tomatoes were literally, I got the image right now. Sometimes they take a while. Literally, like the situation or that person being on stage and like tomatoes being thrown at them, being like, boo, you suck type of energy. That's like, and you're gonna have that, you're gonna remember that when you're in front of the tomatoes, where you're like, you know what, they actually did suck, that person or that situation, I should just let it go. And once you finally, and that was the moment where you finally really release like that energetic cord. And then, because you were so defensive about like, I don't want to feel like this anymore, I do not want to spend too much time in the past anymore, bam, your feminine energy got like a boost. It's gonna get a boost, and then like someone new is gonna come in. Someone new that was literally lurking, what I'm hearing. They were waiting for you to be energetically open enough so that they could just like swoop in and be like, now's my time to shine, now I'm gonna steal the spotlight, basically, type of energy. Okay, I like that. We have the Ten of Pentacles and then the Two of Swords. So that person is going to bring a lot of stability and security into your life. The Two of Wands here though is you're going to feel a little bit uncomfortable probably because you're so used to, in the past, always things having to be dramatic, always having to kind of like chase after the other person. This time it's going to be different. They're going to be chasing after you. They're not going to make you question if they're interested, if their intentions are genuine. Like I'm seeing like a very strong masculine energy, and they're just ready to show you like how it is you were supposed to be pursued and courted and all that. And you're gonna feel very uncomfortable a little bit. So whenever you do notice that you get a little bit triggered, I need you to take a moment to really take deep breaths and regulate your nervous system so you don't self-sabotage and try to run away because you're like, this feels uncomfortable, I'm not used to this. And also, this is kind of like, the Two of Wands also is like choosing a different path. So you're literally being, when you get triggered, you have the option of either self-sabotaging and pushing that person away, or, and the birds are going really crazy right now. I feel like that's a message, but it's literally like that's your energy. Inside you're gonna feel very frazzled, and you're like, your brain is firstly want to self-sabotage, but then when you regulate yourself, you have the option to be like, you know what, it can be like that. I deserve this. I deserve to be treated with respect. And having someone like literally be head over heels for me and really like let yourself be pursued is what I'm hearing. Like you need to let yourself be pursued. I think I want to switch to the Oracle deck now because okay, let's see what the Fairy Oracle deck is gonna say. Be connected with nature. It could be that when that person asks you out on a date that you're going to go through the forest. Maybe you're someone that really likes the forest, you really connect well with nature. But it could also be here for some of you that when you do get uncomfortable and when you tend to overthink, a way you can regulate yourself is by taking a walk in nature, where it gives you that clarity. It's going to re-energize you and help you make better decisions instead of like pushing that person away. Vegetarian. So either you could be vegetarian and that person is also going to be one, and you've been trying to attract someone that has very similar traits like you. We have Sun. Interesting. There's so many different ways this could go. Maybe some of you actually have a son and you're like a single mother. But what I'm also like seeing and picking up here is that you make them feel very comfortable, so much that they allow themselves to show you their inner child, you know, that child-like energy and excitement just peeks out naturally when they're with you. And you basically can see the real him, basically, like the real them or whatever, where you're just like, it feels just so much more personal then. Summer. Okay. And then emotional healing. Summer here, let's see. I mean, it could be like, I just saw a road trip, so I'm seeing something very long term here. For some of you, it could be that you're meeting them in summer. You know, it always depends on like the decisions that you make. It could be earlier, it could be later, okay? there's different energies here, right? So I'm just trying to pick up on like what happens for each one. But for some of you, you could meet them in summer. For some of you, literally, even if you get together now in winter, I'm seeing like fun summer dates where it's just like very long term. Some of you are hoping for a summer romance where you're like, well, maybe not now, but next year. I just saw a vision board, so some of you are already working on your vision board, and that's literally, you know, you're manifesting someone for the next year. Okay, I have here my decision deck. It's upside down. So go ahead and ask your questions. Pause this real quick and ask your questions and come back. Okay, what's the decisions for this collective spirit, please? Okay, so very interesting. These are very negative, so I think this has to do with your exes. So you will regret this, okay? You've been probably thinking about like texting someone from the past where you were like, should I text them to get closure? But you actually already like spoken about everything that you needed to speak up on. They already showed you that this isn't, it won't go in the direction that you were hoping for. So save yourself more tears and heartbreak by just finally closing that chapter. Literally, I just saw the image of blocked. And then, how do I translate this? So I think like this also has to do with this one, because they were literally glued to each other, where it's literally you're gonna regret this and also avoid the next solution, which was like, I'm literally hearing like, but maybe I should try again with that person. But like, how many times did you try? I heard like 3 to 5 times, depending. Or it's been 3 to 5 years, the relationship, and it just, with each year, it got worse and worse, and you tried, but that's the thing, only one side tried. And if only one side tries to fight, then it's already a lost battle, basically. Oh, and then at the bottom of the deck, there's like, let it go. Okay, you're holding on too much to the problem. It's already done. It's a closed chapter. Continue with your life. So it's already said, like, basically. Well, I think I get it. You know, that's where like the healing came in. Like, you need to close that chapter. I now know why summer. So for some of you, this is literally because it's long term, like the new connection is going to be long term. And you know why this new connection is going to be long term? Because the previous connection already ended in summer. We're in November and you're still holding on to hope for that other person to come in. But the thing is, they're not meant to come in again, right? You're meant to be healing right now. You're meant to do the shadow work, aligning your chakras, cleansing, cord cutting, whatever it is that you need. I have so many options on my Stan store that is linked down below. Or you can send me an email if you need more advice on like, I don't know what I should choose or pick. But you need to move on right now, okay? I'm seeing like this new connection is gonna do you so well. But it's not gonna happen if you're still holding on to that past person. I actually do have like a Reiki video about that one, so if I don't forget, I'll come and link it down below. It's literally for everyone that felt abandoned in love, and it is literally a session that I made for myself, but it was too good to gatekeep, so I made like a Reiki video about it. And yeah, we just gotta move on sometimes, you know? It's okay. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know what resonated in the comment section down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, and share, and subscribe to push this channel a little bit more into the algorithm, so the people who need to hear this message today before the 23rd, that they can. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Bye.